So we're doing something a little bit different over here today. We're gonna do a walk and chat with me. Kind of multitask here, need to get this content out, but as we are in this great new year, there's a lot of content out there on things that you need to change, some habits that you need to make better. But in all actuality, the version that got you here today, she cannot come with you. A lot of times we think, okay, we just need to fix these habits. Honestly, sometimes you need to just dead those habits. You need to end them. They cannot go with you. Every January, we typically think growth, like we need to add more, we need to do more. Goals, more routines, more discipline. Y'all, I was like this too. Every year, I was like, new planners, new workouts, new rules. And honestly, it still felt like I was starting over every single year. What I learned that most of us aren't stuck because we're not doing enough. We're stuck because we're carrying outdated versions of ourselves along with us and expecting us to take them. And honestly, they just can't come to every new season of life with you. And let's just name that. For some people, it could be waiting for the perfect moment, waiting for that perfect version of yourself. For some people, it's waiting for the perfect situation. And for some people, it's waiting until everything is perfect to move. And a piece of that actually used to be me. It's like, oh, it's not perfect. I can't do it yet. I got to wait for this to be in this order, or I got to wait till life slows down. I got to wait till, I quit that job. I got to wait till I become a mother to do X, Y, and Z. When I think about 2025, a big piece of me has been chasing this entrepreneur, wannabe full-time creator, what I would want to be. But in reality, last year was very busy for me. I was planning a wedding, turning 30, working full-time 9 to 5, and still trying to create content and still waiting for the perfect moment to become this full-time entrepreneur, full-time content creator. But guess what? Just because all those things were going on in my life never slowed down. So we can't keep waiting for the perfect moment, because the perfect moment is never going to be there. You have to make the moment. Some habits that we pick up throughout life are meant to keep us safe, and that's specifically in those survival seasons. But in reality, like living in a state of survival and having those survival habits, they don't necessarily work when you are in a new place to where you are trying to elevate. They are meant to keep you alive and not to help you elevate, and they don't always make the best sense for someone trying to elevate. They may make sense for a person who is literally like, look, we just trying to get by. We just trying to make it to the next day. But if you are trying to go the distance, you are trying to go places you've never seen before, that requires a new version of yourself that you don't even know. I can give you guys a few examples of how I would live out of survival, especially during my weight loss journey, y'all. I would over restrict so freaking bad because I just wanted to see the scale move. And in reality, sometimes you may see the scale move if you are in a very restricted state, but it's not something that is going to be sustainable and last long term. In those moments of super restriction, it's usually for a trip, a photo shoot, something like that. It's not something that is going to be able to carry you throughout life and have a healthy lifestyle. Even kind of struggle with confidence not showing up after I dropped the weight. And it's because I just never wanted to draw too much attention to myself, being a victim of being bullied for so long for being overweight, which naturally just brings attention to you. And I'm not saying this maybe as an adult, but as a child, you're the target. So I found myself kind of just staying in that same kind of space in the beginning as I was losing weight, just trying to stay let me stay humble, have my humble beginnings. But no, I worked hard, so I'm gonna pop my shit. Another thing people do is people stay low maintenance because they think they get a prize out of it. They're like, oh, I can do my own hair. I can do my own lashes. I can do my own this. I can do my own that. Sure, it is great to know how to do those things on your own. And guess what? The moment you begin to elevate, you can outsource that to other people. And I know we're in a climate right now to where like it's not really a priority and you can go without it. That's fine. But I think that I'm personally just like in a different kind of headspace. Feels very tight right now for most people. Heck, even me. I went to Walmart this morning and I didn't even really get any real groceries and still spent $70. Now, I have no kids. Me and husband both make great money, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But just to imagine if I had other people I was responsible for, it could feel really tight. And I don't know if I'm speaking this piece from like a place of privilege, but I think in these moments is where you have to be able to adjust your mindset. Get to a place to where it's like, it's time to boss your life up. And when people think elevation or bossing your life up, I think people think that it needs to be this great grand movement, but doing small things every day that's going to push you closer to your goal is going to help you boss your life up. That doesn't mean, oh, go quit your job or, oh, just start spending money like recklessly. But I do think that it's important that you begin to act as if who you want to be. If you want to be a person who goes and does workout classes, figure out how you can do those workout classes a few times a week. This week, well, actually last week, I signed up for ClassPass free trial to try out some different workout classes. Now, my gym does have workouts. Like, I go to Lifetime. They do have classes. There's a little bit of elitism over at Lifetime. I'm not going to hold you up, and it's not the vibes that I'm looking for, and that could be just based on where my Lifetime is located. So I signed up for ClassPass, and I was able to take a few different classes and meet different people. Get in workout classes where I actually like the music, and therefore I just went ahead and signed up for ClassPass because I like that space and that vibration that those classes put me in. I like the proximity of people it put me near. That is how you begin to elevate, your life through acting as if. I want to be a girly who don't have to get up and go to work. I want to be a girly who get up and get to go to workout classes. I still got to go to work this week. But today, tomorrow, I signed up for classes in the morning before work. Still got to go to work. But we're going to already get in the habit and the vibration to be what we want to elevate to. We can't say like, I don't have time to do that. That's thinking from a space of survival and lack. I don't have the money to do that. That's thinking from a space of survival and lack. You spend your money on unnecessary things all the time. And what I think is important right now, ClassPass just had a nice little free trial going. And if you guys are interested in doing ClassPass or just trying out some different classes, I will put a link below that's going to give you guys 20 free credits so you can go try out a new workout class. Now, just to kind of take it back to the weight loss piece, after I lost 70 pounds, I realized I was still acting and thinking like the girl who wanted to disappear. Like, I was just trying not to make noise, like literally. So, in reality, that attitude kind of helped me survive, kind of helped me stay out the way when I was preventing of trying to be bullied. But now I'm in a space to where I want to be a full-time creator. I want to be an entrepreneur. I have to put myself out there, no matter how uncomfortable it is. And putting yourself out there doesn't necessarily have to be anything crazy. Just start making your videos. Start making your content. You want to be a full-time creator? Make your content. It's like, oh, my hair's not done. I can't do my content if my hair's not done. Hair's not done. We're on the treadmill today. We're doing the content. Make those tiny steps every day. The tiniest of step. Just press record, especially if you're trying to create some sort of freedom for yourself. It may seem like an oversaturated space, not gonna lie. But when I tell you guys, I made a pretty little penny in the last quarter of the year by not even trying. By just simply raising my vibration. And that really brought opportunities to me. Now imagine if I actually just started to put myself out there, make the opportunity, make me be the obvious choice for the opportunity. Like, could you imagine what I could bring in? And when you think content creator, you think influencer, you think, oh, they're just showing their lavish lifestyle. Anybody can be a content creator. I talked to my mom. I actually talked to this one YouTuber, like, I want to say maybe it was about a year and a half ago. Women and people, I talk to people all the time at work in their 40s. They got 2 decades of work experience on them that they can be sharing, educating, and talking about to where they now become their own boss. They become a subject matter expert for that field that they're in. Just start talking about it. Start doing consulting on the side. If we see the current climate of this economy, I really think it's important that you get in that gig mentality. Start to create gigs for yourself. Start to create opportunities for yourself. Because honestly, I think that is going to be the only way. So just to kind of take it back to what I said in the beginning of this video, the version of yourself that got you here today, they can't elevate with you. Basically means that pieces of you, those habits that you had, those survival skills, some of that stuff needs to take a back seat. Some of that stuff, quite frankly, just needs to die. Like, does not serve you anymore. Letting something die doesn't necessarily mean like a bad thing. It means it's something that sustained you and worked for a season, and that's still a win. But you don't need to take it with you. Why are we carrying around an umbrella when it's all sunny days in the forecast? Stop expecting rain. Don't expect it. Only expect blessings and abundance on the way to you. And people get so pessimistic when you say stuff like that. Well, it's not going to be good all the time. Sure, yeah, I know it's not going to be good all the time. But something that I've been able to do is reframe the way that I look at bad things happening in my life. I don't know where and when this happened, but I always know, like, there's something that I need to be learning in this time. And what is God trying to tell me? What is God trying to show me? What is the lesson that I need to learn so I can get to the other side? And if you think of failure or setbacks in a way like that, we're looking at it as it is just feedback to figure out your next move. It's not the end of the world. It's not even necessarily a thing to where it's like you always have to work harder. I think the generations, I'm a millennial, the generations before us believe, pull yourself up by the bootstraps, work hard. Working hard has gotten us nowhere. There are millionaires and billionaires who are not working hard at all. What you do need to do is to learn to work smarter, not harder. And I know that's very cliche, but even just taking it back to my arms, I just knew. I'm like, I lost 70 pounds. If I just work harder, the arms will come off. Just do this, it'll come off. Just keep working harder, keep working harder. They didn't come off. Because guess what? With me being overweight for so long, I had a spot that was just stretched out. And your body's like a rubber band. It can only take so much. I know you guys seen a rubber band so where it's been stretched out so far, it's not stretching back in. So going against what everybody said, like, just lift more weights, just do this. I got AirSculpt and I got my arms done and I feel freaking amazing. Don't wait for approval from people. People want you to have it hard. People want you to get it out the mud, but baby, you don't have to get it out the mud. You don't. And I think the moment that people realize that it's all about your mindset, you can truly get whatever you want. And I know that sounds cliche, but if you just simply get crystal clear on what you want to attract, and start acting as if, those things are going to slowly start to come to you. But you also have to be receptive of it. You can't just kick everything away and be skeptical, because you're never going to get the chance if you never take it. Honestly, y'all, that was the biggest mindset shift for me in the moment. It wasn't even a conscious thing that I think I did. I was at a point to where I was 27. We wasn't married. I had no kids. I had an okay job. And I'm like, it gotta be more to life this. I knew I wanted to become a content creator, but it just felt like I couldn't grow in the same place to where I was kind of like hurt or depressed. So people say, like, people who move away, they run away from their problems. Guess what? Running away or just moving that geographical location changed my life. I lost the 70 pounds. I'm more confident than ever. I have had brand deal opportunities to where I'm now making more than my salary, in a month. So it's all about the mental shift that you make. Because back in my apartment, back in Detroit, my dark, gloomy apartment that was probably mold infested, I couldn't lose weight. I had hives. I was just always depressed. I remember standing in my shower, envisioning my life in Dallas in my first apartment. Got everything that I imagined, just with a tiny bit of hope. A tiny bit. You only need just a little bit. But you have to be able to see it, believe it. Even if you don't see it like yourself visually, you have to start to work on your imagination. Something I like to do is I like to create Pinterest boards for the vibes. What do you want your vibes to look like? What do you want your life to look like? Start saving those pins and just look at it. Sometimes I look at those pins before I get in the shower. And then when I'm in the shower, I kind of just play meditative music, tones, sounds, rain, whatever. And I get in vibration. I lock in. And when I tell you 2025, it just showed me a glimpse of how good it can get. And 2026, I'm coming for it all. And I want you guys to come for it all too. I want you guys to really get crystal clear this January. I know we did the vision boards and how cute it is. But what do you want? What do you want your life to look like? What do you want to look like? What do you want to feel like? What do you want to dress like? Where do you want to live? What do you want to eat? What do you want to drive? Get crystal clear. I want to just end here. The version of you that's coming doesn't need more motivation. She needs space. She needs time. She needs opportunity. She needs to get crystal clear on what she wants. And if you're walking into this new year with me, because like I said, I have things that I'm going to achieve this year. I saw just a glimpse last year. When I say just a glimpse, we're going after everything we want. So if you are in that same headspace, walk with me. Just walk. Just start putting one foot in front of the other. Because guess what? This thing that we do, this life, you do it one time. It's not a race. It's not a sprint. It's a journey. I was just in that apartment 3 years ago. Just the thought, like, I'm moving. I don't know what it's going to look like, but I know it's going to be better than it was there. Just 3 years ago. I bet on myself. I applied for the job. Made a $20,000 increase just from moving. Touching 6 figures. Touching additional income every month from just creating. And I want to get real specific with my older millennials here, my Gen Xers here, heck, even my baby boomers here. We all got a phone, we all got a camera, and we all have some knowledge that you need to be sharing, that you need to be monetizing. Because if you look at the way that this world is going, you're gonna have to depend on yourself. It's gonna be you and God and whatever he has put within you. And the crazy thing is, a lot of us get so caught up in, oh my God, I had such a terrible life. I had such a terrible life. I can't turn it around. Everybody got cards. Everybody was dealt a set of cards. It is your job to figure out how to play them. Because we all got them. Everybody's cards look different. Some people's may be better. But if you just know how to play yours, you can come out on top. So I hope you guys enjoyed my little walk and chat today. If you guys like this content, let me know, because I probably can do this a lot more often. I had a goal of just getting on here and walking 30 minutes with you guys today. This made the time go by super fast. Hell, if you got a treadmill at home and you want to start to create content, pick up the camera, turn the treadmill on, talk for 30 minutes. We are now at 29 minutes and we're almost done. So I know we see a lot of the new year, new me, and it's true. You are walking into a new version of yourself and you don't need the old version with you anymore. It's time to let her go. And she likes to appear when things get crazy and things get hectic. But something that I learned throughout my therapy journey is you really got to do that inner child healing and let her know, like, baby, we got this. It's going to work out. And guess what? Things get a little funky. If we fail, it's just feedback. We just need to change our directions, do something different, do something new. So if you're with me and you're going after everything you want this year, comment below and let me know. Because I don't know about y'all, but life is too short. You don't know when you're going. You don't want to get to the end. Even if you live a long life, you don't want to get to the end like, dang, I should have just did this. Because I always look back to the point, to me and my friend in college, we was like, we should start a YouTube channel. Watching every other little girl on YouTube in their college days living their life. Now they're millionaires. But we didn't start the channel in 2015. We didn't start the channel in 2016. We started a little late. We got consistent a little late. But we're here now. And I want you guys to start now. I know content can seem kind of like cringy and weird. But I want to tell y'all, I made more than what I make from my job last month by just making a 30-second video, a 1-minute video. Get to work. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.